are gathered here today to do the first ever joint podcast between Twin City Talk and Forsyth Max. So I am producer Tim, and with me today we have Suzy Fielders, who is the host of Twin City Talk.
Hi.
We have Burgess Jenkins, who is a co-host of Twin City Talk. We have Brooke Eagle. I have to get used to that. Formerly Eagle, formerly Johnson. I guess it would be knee. From Forsyth Mags. And I produce both of them.
Yep.
So I am going to moderate a couple of questions today. So I want to know, and Suzy, I'll start with you. What are some challenges that you find as a podcast host?
I think time is the biggest thing, juggling it all and, getting all the guests on and, making sure everything is running smoothly on my end, although Tim takes care of a lot of things, so I don't have to worry about a lot. But yeah, I think it's just the time management aspect.
Brooke, how about you?
Shout out to Amy. I don't have an issue with the time because she schedules everybody for me. But for me, this is something that I'm newly aware of. Is the biggest challenge is, this is going to sound crazy, but is listening. I'm so concerned about not having too much silence and thinking of the next question I'm going to ask that my biggest challenge is actually listening actively to the other person.
Yeah.
I think of, you just said that, and it made me think of sideline reporters, and they'll ask a question, something, a very important question or whatever, and you can tell they immediately just go, because they're all thinking about exactly what they're going to say next.
Yeah.
And somebody will say something devastating,
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway.
So
That's true. It is hard because you kind of have to be in that mindset to not have dead air, but you do want to listen. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge.
Yeah, it is, because you don't want just an awkward
silence,
long silence. Yeah.
Well, the beauty is that can be taken out.
Yeah, but it kills the vibe if it's just and sometimes you just have brain farts, or I do.
Yeah,
I do too.
I'm not even a mom yet. I can't even imagine what the mom brain will be like. But sometimes I'm just wait, what? What was I going to say? What was I thinking? So that's why I write.
Yeah. What's on my list?
That's the story of my life.
So I want to say that Amy is a great teammate.
Oh, she's the best.
Yeah.
We love Amy.
Amy schedules the guests. Amy directs the guests. Mm-hmm. Amy writes the show notes. It is
Brooke doesn't do anything. Truly, I just come in here and chit chat.
Yeah. She comes in to look pretty and then and does that.
I got really pretty today.
So what do you love about podcasting? I'll start with Brooke this time.
I love getting to know people, and the best part for me is when they come in and they're nervous and they're like, oh, I've never done this before. Yeah. And then they leave and they're like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. That makes my little heart happy when you can tell they've truly enjoyed themselves.
Yeah. Because it turns out to be not a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a big deal that you're on it, but not a big deal doing it.
And it's watching people go outside of their comfort zone and doing hard things is something I just love. So
how about you?
I love hearing people's stories and giving them a place to tell their stories. I mean, that's basically my life as a writer, is telling stories. So it's really cool to hear it in person all the time.
I love all the different people we keep meeting. I'm kind of with you on that. It's not like for me, it's not like I don't know that everybody's got a story and there's something interesting in everyone. But every time we come in here and get to meet the different people in town with their angle on what they're doing, it opens up not just the city, but kind of the world to me in ways that, you live a handful of years. I feel like I'm getting to that place. I'm coming up on, So, and so you get to that point where you go, hey, I feel like I'm kind of seasoned at this point. And then you meet people with their perspectives. I like that a lot. And a handful of people from the show I've ended up crossing paths with and or intentionally scheduling meetings with just to grab a coffee and talk more because whatever we were talking about was so intriguing or whatever we crossed paths on. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that
it's
is cool.
Yeah, because we ride around with blinders, right? We see what we see, tunnel vision, if you will, and someone else's perspective makes you go, wow. Now I've got to go see that for myself, whether it's an actual place, an event, just somebody, have you seen it from here? And you go to look and you're like,
and shockingly, a lot of things I didn't even know. You're right over there.
Yes.
Shockingly, a lot of things that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things where I'm going, oh, geez, I need to, how did I miss that?
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Like, because I think we all, the four of us, like to think of ourselves as connected.
Yeah.
But we find out that we're still in our own little world when it comes to this stuff.
Oh yeah.
What do you love about podcasting other than that?
Thanks,
Burgess?
Tim. I just answered the question. A lot of stuff about it. I don't know. I agree with you. I love how it gives you a platform to let other people talk. And I agree with you, watching them go from this place of kind of like nervous energy to their excitement and their enthusiasm about whatever their passions are that we're now giving them the chance to talk about. So
they come in here and they're like looking around and they see all the equipment, which is daunting if you're not used to that. You've been on film sets where there's lots more equipment than this just surrounding you, even though we don't see that as movie watchers. But still, people who are even seasons at that, if they've not been on a podcast, they come in here and they start looking around like, this is too much. This is too much, and then they start talking about themselves, which is the point in this.
Yep.
Then they start laying back, and I'm like, "Well, you move over this way because you're out of the camera angle." But they're just like they get it relaxed and excited about telling their story. Brooke, what has been some of your favorite interviews or conversations? I don't like the term interview. I think we have conversations, not.
I agree with you. I always tell people that I don't want it to be an interview, and I encourage people to bring, somebody else with them. I've done plenty of one-on-one that are fabulous, but I think some of my favorites are typically when it's two guests and me, so that it is more conversational. Oh my gosh, we're like, 240 episodes?
Yeah, the one that will go out this week will be number 240.
That's crazy. Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's hard to think of some favorites, but the first one that pops in my mind, I don't really know why, is Jessica Thirsty Buffalo. I just love her. That was a fun episode.
And after that, she came on the Less Desirables, and her husband came, and they were just making beverages.
He's great. He's great too. Yeah. That was
when
a fun
you
one.
just get drinks made on the whim right before you're going to bring it, and I'm like, I love this guest.
She brought me a decaf coffee because that was back when I very temporarily gave up caffeine.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so thoughtful. Jody Brim always has the words of wisdom. I always love talking to her.
I need to have her on Twin City
Yeah,
Talk.
she's great. Oh my gosh. There's so many. There's been so many good ones. I'd have to go back and Dr. Schneider with Forsyth Plastic Surgery, he's always a blast to talk to.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's a funny guy. So, yeah.
How about you? You're on what? 20, 30?
What? Like episodes?
Yeah.
Today's 40.
40. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. My wife.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I love them all, but a few that stand out, I won't necessarily say favorite, but stand out is Anna with Special Moments Venue, because she just has such an inspiring story. Like, I just love hearing her story. And two recent ones was Liz, because she's one of my close friends, and Mona with Miss Haynes, because I've known her since I was a kid. So I just like hearing their story about how they started Miss Haynes cookies too.
Burgess, of the podcast that you've sat in with us on Twin City Talk and did interviews, I think I remember you being moved with the Anna conversation. But what are some of the other ones that stand out to you?
Wow. A lot of them for different reasons. Just the other day, I was hearkening back to our interview with Fire Chief because the stove was on and there was stuff sitting on it. And I'm over here clearing stuff off, going, number one reason for fires. Number one, ripping stuff off the stove. So these little things keep popping into my head. Alan Joyce was fun, just listening to his perspective as he was coming up on the election, and some, just sort of global thoughts about Winston. That he's been at it for so long. Guy who owns Jeffrey Adams, what's his name?
Adam.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites for me too.
Adam, that was so much fun.
And that
Especially when
story
you-
with the steak on the floor.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, he and I have spoken before, but it was one of those things where I'm going, I love that no matter what comes to his mind, he's like, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
And if you get him rolling,
Oh, yeah.
he lets loose and he's not afraid to tell you.
Yeah.
No, I love that. It's
Yeah,
refreshing.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Love me some
Absolutely.
Adam. That's a good guy.
Mary was a really good one. I know we all
Mary,
agree on
absolutely.
that. Mary.
Yeah.
Mary's fantastic.
Yeah.
One that I go back to on Twin City Talk was the Parks and Rec guy.
Oh, yeah.
That was early on. It was like
It
one
was
or
one
two.
of the first 4 episodes, I think. Yeah.
And just because, I've lived in the city now over 39 years. And I thought I knew some stuff, but I'm like, where is that? And to find, I don't remember what the number was, but it was a really high
I think
number
it's
of
like 80 something.
parks in the city.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was
I was
like,
like
I know
82,
4.
maybe.
Yeah.
Tanglewood.
Get out, right?
That's not even Winston-Salem Parks and Rec. That's Forsyth
dang.
County.
That's just Forsyth. Yeah.
So you know none.
I know 0.
Well,
Washington Park.
Washington Park.
Washington Park. Yes, the Dino Park. How could I forget that?
Yeah.
As far as Forsyth magazines, like going back through 240 is like the 809 or so that I've done on Less Desirables. You always, because yours is more business
Yeah, sure.
mostly, but there have been some fascinating people coming through. Marisa from Restoration.
Yep.
She's awesome, and she complimented me at not Women on the Move, Sugar Mamas
Yeah.
with Amy Ja, that I'm one of the few people that actually pronounce her name correctly.
Yep.
I said, I listen. My job is to listen.
There
and
you
it's not
go.
Marissa, it's Marisa.
Marisa. That's right.
The 23 South or South 23rd. or
Susan.
Susan, she was
Yeah.
really good with her pot covers.
Yeah.
She had to change the name because there was someone else had the
yeah.
the trademark on the name.
That's
but
always devastating.
yeah, but it was okay. I don't know. She may watch this. I won't say that I don't like the new name because I don't remember what the new name is. But I could
Yeah.
The Porch Pops, I think, is what they were called before. And I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I hate that she couldn't keep that. So Susan, if you're watching, I'm not saying I don't like the name. I just can't remember it like I could the other one.
That's funny.
What's the future of the Forsyth Mags podcast?
That's a good question. I love that we're doing video now, that we're on YouTube. But I do I love the length of them. I love that we stick to like 20-ish minutes. I think that's kind of like a sweet spot for timing wise. Maybe just some additional collaborations with the podcast. I don't know.
And you're now on the Less Desirables podcast network. For a long time you were not, but now you are.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know if you knew that, but now
Now I
you
know.
are. Yes. What's the future of Twin City Talk?
That's a good question. I'm not entirely sure, but we're about to celebrate a year, and we'll be at probably around episode 50 at that mark. So
Yeah.
just see where it goes.
Well, that would make sense, being 50 and there's 52 weeks. So
That's right.
No,
that would be just because we did skip a
we
couple.
skipped a few. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
the
will be-
holiday weeks and yeah.
Yeah, because I found out over the years that people aren't really listening to with any intent anyway. They might put it on to have something in the background while they're cooking their turkey or whatever, but they're not listening with any intent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's not fair to the guests that you might have.
For sure.
So
Well, I think the statistic that you shared on your on your social media about most people basically give it up or don't post consistent episodes after what, like 5
It was
episodes?
8
episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're both well over that. That's pretty
So we
exciting.
made it past that mark.
Past the hump.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people realize that it's
hard.
It's hard and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about this in another episode, but there are ways to combat that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So where can they find the Twin City Talk podcast?
So on any streaming, and then also we have the video on YouTube, and then we have website, twincitytalk.com, and Instagram and Facebook.
At Twin City Talk.
Very cool.
How about the Forsyth Mags?
Yeah, so Forsyth Mags podcast, you can also find on all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast. Stitcher is no more.
Stitcher is no more.
I always say all the platforms, but I
That's all
don't
you
even
have to
know any
say.
of them
Yeah.
beyond Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Amazon,
if you listen on other places,
Audible,
let me
yeah.
know.
iHeartRadio.
Our iHeart, Pandora.
okay.
Yeah. So the thing is once it's on any of them, it technically can be on all of them
yeah.
because they go out and aggregate
Yeah.
those. So you
Yeah.
put them on. I always, whenever I first put them out, I put them on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and Audible. They're the same thing. Pandora, iHeart.
Pandora.
Yeah, people
exists?
listen to yeah.
Still around.
My wife still uses that for her
My
actual listening.
My dad listens to Pandora.
Yeah.
That's the only person I know.
Yeah, my wife is 50, but she's really like 80. But not saying your dad's that old, but yeah. So when I put them there, and then I'll go to other places. Just recently, I did that to go and look,
And they're just there.
and they're there because listeners of that platform are looking for something. The only thing they have to do is request it from either the person who puts it out, and it's easy to find because you guys would not understand the amount of emails that I get wanting to be on your podcast from people in California.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, Forsyth Magazines is for Forsyth County and advertisers of the magazine.
Yeah.
Twin City Talk is about Winston-Salem. So no, thank you. But yeah, so they will be everywhere because they just ask, hey, can you put it on here? And then it's
Very
on
cool.
there.
So you can find it everywhere. And on YouTube. YouTube, we started, like a year ago, maybe?
Yeah. You and I are both really horrible with time.
That is fact.
Yeah. So I believe it is now 2 years.
Oh my
on-
God.
on
Yeah,
YouTube.
people will come back on. I'm like, wow, you were just here like 6 months ago. And they're like, no, it's been 3 years since I've been on the podcast.
Yeah. Who was that? Who was that last one?
Beth at Salem Gymnastics.
Yes.
I could have sworn it'd been like 6 months.
Yeah. And it was 2 years.
It was 2 years. Yeah. Which that was another one of my favorites. I love her.
And who was it that was who was the first
Accent Prone. Sherry
and-
and Justin.
Yeah.
Of course, one of my favorites. They were the very first episode, and then they came back for episode 200, which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can find clips of the podcast on our Instagram at Forsyth Mags. You can find just little teaser clips from each episode, and yeah.
I do those too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, I do nothing. That's how I like it.
You're the heart. Well, anything else that the listeners need to know about this episode from any of you, Burgess?
Thanks for listening.
Always that.
Yeah. I think just that if you are like thinking about starting a podcast, because I know even since I started, I feel like podcasting was very much in its like infancy stages, and it's just really blown up over the last 5 years. That, just do it, just start. Like you're not going to do your very first episode and it's not going to be great probably. But you gotta,
Unless you're Brooke Eagle or Brooke Kohler now. Because I always say she is my poster child. We'll talk about this on another because she came in the first one and it was perfect.
well, I don't know about that, but
She was tired.
It gets better. The more you do it, the better, the easier it gets, you know,
absolutely.
like the more reps you put in. So if you're scared to start, this is your sign just to
Just do it.
do it, get started. What's the worst that can happen?
right?
And whatever it is you're passionate about, too. I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
the other thing that's so great about all of this. Is that, there's somebody out there that loves what you love. And if you have something you're super excited to share with other people, man, how cool is that? That you can go find like-minded people doing it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We live in a cool world where the opportunity to do whatever you want to do is pretty much on every corner if you want it. So, yeah, podcasting definitely gives me a chance to do that.
Yeah. And if you're listening and you're thinking, well, I don't know, I don't want to listen to any podcasts because nobody thinks the way I do, there is literally a podcast for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
From 8 to 80, there are podcasts for everybody, multiple. And several of them on my network, I'm sure, because I have a little bit of everything. So, well, thank all of you for being here today for
Thank
this
you.
Thank you.
collaboration. And again, ForsythMags.com, at ForsythMags on the socials, TwinCityTalk.com, at TwinCityTalk. Remedy.
Yeah.
So the Remedy WS
Yeah.
Yeah.
on
RemedyWS.com and RemedyWS on Instagram, Facebook, and I think we got a TikTok account and all that stuff too.
Yep.
I don't spend much time on that one.
Yeah. Me either.
Me
But
neither.
I started watching them again, and then I'm like, why am I killing my brain cells? But anyway, thank you guys for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time. Wasn't that cool? Did you dig it? Well, just remember that the views and opinions stated on this podcast are simply those of the contributors and not necessarily those of the hosting company or distributors. We understand that you really dig it and that you might want to use it. Well, you cannot use it without our permission. But, we're cool, so we may let you. Just ask, okay?